and stand out or reach newer audiences. It's really shifted kind of our economy in that things used to be the function and what features work and, just how to get stuff done. But now it's really proven that people care about and want to put their money into businesses that share their values and have the same purpose, that do social good. And so that really gives you power both as a consumer to invest in things you believe in and support companies that you believe in. But then as a business, to really stand out based on what you want to put out there about your purpose, your values, and, what you stand for.
Yeah, because, even to piggyback to, what you said, it's just a lot. It's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people that want to do the same stuff, and yeah, just for me, it don't really faze me, because at the end of the day, I was taught that you could be in the same industry, but if you have your own taste, you'll go further,
Sure.
as the next person. Even with the podcasting industry, like, it's still very new. Like, there's so many people coming out with podcasting. And I love it because, when we was in school, podcasting was how it wasn't how it is now. Like, podcasting, we had to listen to lectures, and it was boring. But now, like, people created podcasts as if you listen to the radio. It's amazing how everything changed, but also change could still bring in not just the pros, but also the cons. But it's a lot.
Yeah, and I think on that note, I always believe that there's enough opportunity for everybody. I truly believe that, and the interesting thing about kind of how our society has shifted, really as a result of technology, is that I think there used to be a predominant view that there are only a handful of types of people, and media, for example, would cater to those types of people. Now, with the way we're able to share information, the way we're able to create community online, you can have a really, really niche interest and absolutely find people who share that niche interest and, build a community around that, engage with them. So, you could have a podcast about, like, the newest, coolest cat toys or something like really, really idiosyncratic that you would think isn't going to have a broad audience. But you're able, you have the power and the tools to find people. And so it's not like there has to be one voice or, just a handful of media channels. There really is opportunity. And you can apply that to your business in a lot of different ways too, is you don't have to be all things to all people. You can service a really specific niche. And that's actually a really powerful strategy, because you don't want to have thousands and thousands of people that you're talking to who don't care about you.
Right.
Are effective to talk to just a few hundred who really, really care about you. So it's a good metaphor, and it's just a positive outcome of how our times have changed with technology.
Yeah, because it changed a lot. Like, it's forcing people that wasn't as social to be more social, because, even like the couple generations back, like, I have aunties and stuff that's baby boomers. And they have Facebook. One of my aunt, her and my grandfather, her and my grandfather, they brothers and sisters, and they part of the traditionalist, the tradition generation. And she has a Facebook, so it's like, it's crazy how, like, technology now is pretty much is bridging the gap between the generations and stuff, and it's like, that's one of the pros I love about technology, is that it's just bridging that gap.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, so.
Yeah, I think you hear a lot, and this happened in my own family. My stepdad did, I think it was Ancestry.com, one of those DNA tests, and found, tons of family members. I think one of his relatives is adopted, so he kind of found this roundabout way to all of these relatives he never knew he had, and was able to kind of experience this family experience he'd never had before. And I think a lot of people have that same effect, and it's just another example of how it brings people together in a way we never would have had before.
Right. Like the other day, I just realized that my aunt, she was a Cowboys fan. So, because the Cowboys lost to the Saints, and she want to talk junk
about that.
Yeah, she want to talk junk about my Dolphins. Which I tell people, my Dolphins, I actually want them to lose this year. Like me and my close friends, like that's Dolphin fans, we came to a meeting and say, you know what, these 8-8, 7-9 seasons, I rather them just blow up the roster.
You're all for the tanking?
Yeah, just.
Last week I thought they were gonna maybe turn it around for the first little bit, but not so much.
Nah, when I remember when they was playing the Chargers, cause the Chargers was banged up, and
yeah.
I was like, man, we may win, we may have a chance, but
yeah,
they got.
When I turned it on, y'all were up.
Yeah, but I like, they got Phillip Rivers still. Phillip Rivers is Phillip Rivers. To me, he's like this generation Dan Marino. Like that Aki throw, but he got over 55,000 yards career. So, but yeah, I was telling people like, you know what, the Dolphins, they just got to rebuild. The Marlins, Derek Jeter, I love him as a player, but he got 3 more years. And the only hope we have is the hockey team, the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Heat. That's our only hope. So yeah. little bit of hope. So let's get into this because since you from LA, and I think this is my second or third time using this because I had someone on the show. Shout out to Josiah. He was actually he actually produced, I don't know if you're familiar with a show called Legends of Chamberlain Heights. It's the show on like Comedy Central like last year, a couple years ago. Yeah, so like I had to ask him these questions because, he's from LA and stuff like that. So the first question is the Rams or the Chargers?
Do I have to pick one, or can I say neither?
You don't like none of them?
Nah, it's not like I don't like them, but they're not my team.
Who's your team?
So, all right, but first we gotta back up because I was raised in sports by my stepdad.
Okay.
And he was from LA and was very much anti every LA team.
Wow.
On principle.
We have that down here too.
He was like, you're a homer, don't be a homer. And so he liked teams and always had teams, but I never really cared for the teams he loved. He loved the Celtics, he likes the Eagles. I was just never into it. And so I never understood, like my whole life, how you just pick a team, like out of thin air, and that's just your team. Mm-hmm. So I've never had a team. In really any sport, I'm a Dodgers fan, but
okay.
Other than that, like basketball, football, I never really had a team. So basketball, I'm an enormous LeBron fan, but I was always a Laker hater. Like, hated the Lakers. All through the Kobe days, I just hated on them so much, everything about them. I didn't want anything to do with it. I don't like Laker fans in general. But, of course, my favorite player has to come to my home team. And this coincides with my boyfriend, who I've been with for a while, is the biggest Lakers fan in the world. Like, has the Lakers logo tattooed on his back.
Like room full of Lakers stuff.
Every game. So he's turning the tide between LeBron and my boyfriend. I'm becoming a Lakers fan.
That's how it is. Imagine when y'all get married. You know,
it just gets that way, you know, and it's hard. It's like I feel like a hypocrite because I've hated for so long.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a process. I'm coming to terms with it. But then I've never had a football team either, and I'm really, really starting to get into watching football. Like, I grew up, it was always on. All my brothers played.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't usually sit and watch a game. Like, I would do homework and it'd be on, and I'd kind of look up. But this past 2 seasons, this year and last year, I've really, like, prioritized it in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really getting into it. And so I'm just adopting... my best friend and my boyfriend both are Niners fans, so I'm going all in with the Niners. I'm just, you know, I never knew how you pick a team unless you're like a child and someone tells you who you like. So that's a whole phenomenon that's new to me.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, 49ers, you know, I call they what's his name, Garoppolo. I got his nickname called Goop Head Is. It just go with it, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
49ers, you know, they alright, you know.
We're doing alright.
Yeah, 3-0.
We're undefeated, knock on wood. You know, we're trying to hold on.
So,
but now I'm holding. I don't know if you saw, if you watch Undisputed with Skip and Shannon.
Oh, I love him every day.
Okay, so did you see the one where his wife came on?
Yeah.
And she talked about all of like the jinx rules that he has.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched that and I realized, okay, this was the first 2 Niners games. I watched them and I wore some type of Niners gear while I watched.
Right.
And we won. So for the 3rd game, I was like, well, I can't stop now. But I actually had a basketball game during the game.
Yeah.
So I had to put on like a bandana to wear because I just didn't want to be the jinx. So it's the things we do for sports.
Yeah, because like that's what me and my wife does. Like especially because I began being I love all my home teams, but you know I grew up a Rams fan when they was in St. Louis, and even to now. I grew up a Boston Red Sox fan because the reason why I became a Red Sox fan, I don't like nothing New York except for the Giants because they beat Brady twice. But
that's a good reason.
But when the Marlins wasn't always playing on Fox and stuff like that, so I remember when I was younger, they used to always show like the Subway series or like the Red Sox or the Yankees games, or like sometimes they'll show like like the Dodgers game. Because I remember my granddad, he told me back in the day before like the Marlins came, they used to always show like the Dodgers game that was like the best team. That's what everybody watched down here at the time because being from the South and like seeing that the Dodgers had majority of the black players played for that team at the time, so it was like. Growing up, even my generation, like you see why people like certain teams. Like for me, I like the Dodgers too, except when they play the Marlins. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll take that.
But
I'll take that.
and then when it came to hockey, I love my Panthers, but I also was like a Red Wings fan. Basketball, once again, I grew up a Lakers fan because of the Kobe and Shaq, because Shaq was like my favorite player.
Okay.
But as I got older,
when he came to the Heat?
Yeah. But as I got older and then, Steph Curry came in the league, like I've been a Golden State fan.
No.
But even before then, the year the Heat beat I think it was the year after the Heat beat the Mavericks, the following year they got upsetted by Golden State. You remember they was like the 8th seed, and that was like the first time in a while. And I love that because that was that same year the Heat we got swept by the Bulls. So that's when I started liking Golden State because I ain't want Dallas to go back to the finals because their record was crazy. They had like 65 wins, first seed in the West, you know. And then, so yeah, and then of course college